Hi everyone, this video is for those of you who've decided to use colored pencil for your self-portrait. So, I have my colored pencils here, and I have some color sticks if I want to choose to use some of those. You can see that my face here is in proportion. You can still see some of my guidelines, and I will erase those. So I am ready to start adding my color. So I can go ahead and come over here and start erasing these guidelines so you don't see them anymore. Some of you were concerned about seeing them. Okay, and I am ready to start my color. I'm going to start with my skin. So I'm going to get in my colored pencil box and find a color for my skin. This one would probably be good for me, or maybe this one. Some of you might choose a darker brown depending on your skin color. There's lots of different skin color choices. You can go from all the way to really light to some darker browns. There's another brown. Here's another kind of brown. So choose the best one that matches your skin color. And if you need to, turn it over and test it on the back. I could go with that. This one's a little too dark probably for me. So test them on the back if you're not sure what would work for you. I'm going to go ahead and go with this light one. And I'm going to start with my face. So when I'm coloring, I'm going to go ahead and do a little outline so I know where I'm going to color in. Pressing kind of a little harder, but not too much. And I'm going to erase a little bit of this so you don't see all the line through the colored pencil. Same with that. My ears, I'm going to add those back in. And when I'm coloring it in, I'm going to press lightly, and I'm going to go all the same direction. And I shouldn't see any lines in your coloring. It should be nice and light. When you get to a detail, you got to be careful and go around it. So when you're coloring, you shouldn't see any of those lines. It should be nice, smooth color. I'm going to go right on top of my nose. Actually, I'm going to erase some of that. Remember, you should be pressing lightly, and you need to be careful going around details like your eyes and your eyebrows that aren't going to be colored in the same color. My eyes are going to be white and brown. I should not be coloring them in skin color. Your eyes have white in them. Do not color them in. And I will go back and I'll color in my skin here. I'll color in my skin here. But for this video, I'm not going to take the time to do all of those details. I will find a brown for my eyes. And I'm also going to use a little bit of green in my eyes because my eyes have a little bit of green and brown. Now only the circle, that's called the iris, gets colored. So I'm going to add a little bit of green. And I'm going to fill it in and blend it in with this brown. I'm also going to go with this darker brown and do my eyebrows. And then when I'm done with my eyebrows, I'm going to go into my eyes and do some outlining so that you can really see those eyes pop. So I can see a little bit of pencil left on my eye, so I'm going to go ahead and trace around it very carefully. Notice I'm going nice and slow. I'm going to use this tannish color, it's a little darker than my skin, to come back and draw back in my nose. And also my little dimple. When you start getting to areas like your shirt and your hair, you might want to be using those skills we learned for blending. Like my hair, I might be blending some like dark brown into some lighter brown. Maybe even blending some black in there. So when you're making, you're coloring these areas, remember those skills that we learned in our sketchbook activity. Notice I'm pressing harder down here to get a darker value, and then pressing a little bit lighter to get more of a medium. When you're coloring, make sure that you're getting best quality, coloring in all the white spaces very nice and neatly. Make sure that you're practicing those skills of blending and going light to dark with your colored pencil by pressing hard, pressing medium, and pressing really, really lightly. So I will take some time to finish coloring all of this, but I think that you should understand and know how to use your colored pencils correctly to color all of the details and all of this in.